Hi there, this is Hans, and this video is going to show you how to set your marketing defaults up and automation defaults. And so what that means is that every time we add a new listing to your back end, to your account, we're going to look at your defaults to say, what do you want us to do by default for that particular property? So color scheme, how do you want the photos to come into play? And so let's go into how you get access to that. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in here, hover over account, and click on Set Account Defaults. Set Account Marketing Defaults. And so there's a few different options inside of here. I'll talk a little bit about that. First of all is the MLS system. So you just choose your MLS system from the drop down. Keep in mind, this don't get frustrated if you're not able to find it or you don't know how to find it. This is not a critical field. This is actually a default left over from a while ago that some accounts still need to access, but in general, this is not critical. So you can skip over that if you don't find it, or just say, I think there's a not sure option. No, that would be in here. There's another place where not sure. So just don't even worry about it. So not important. Now here's what is important. So you have 3 different property tour types, lots of customization options available within the tours themselves, but 3 different form factors, if you will. So there's the elegant, traditional, and classic. Let me talk a little bit about those. So here is the ability to see those different options here in terms of, this is a particular property page that I'm on. And the elegant tour is the most up-to-date, and I strongly recommend you use that. The traditional has a little less flexibility, a little less customization available to it. Still looks great. A lot of people really love it, and if you like it, that's fine, no problem. You just don't have as much flexibility. The classic tour is the one I want you to stay away from. It is just there as a legacy. We tried to remove it, and a lot of agents just still loved it. You got to remember, we've been around since 2006, and so we've got a lot of people that are still on our platform. And so when we took that option away, because people are creatures of habit, they just really liked it, and we just said, okay, if you want to keep using it, you can. The problem is it's based on Flash technology, which is going to be, support for it's going to be removed by pretty much all the browsers in the next, maybe even less than a year. Doesn't mean you can't still get Flash and install it. Anyway, bottom line is steer clear of it. I recommend strongly the elegant tour. So with that, like if you choose traditional, some of the options that you have available will go away. But if I choose the elegant, I can now choose the tour primary color and the tour background color. So let me show you what that actually does in terms of affecting the look of the tour. So here we come into, and you don't need to worry about this right now. I'm just showing you what the defaults will do. And so we're going to click on change the current property color scheme. So it's right now red. Let's take a look at it. It's in one of these tabs here. So as you see here, we got red and we got a black, strong background here. And so let me turn off the audio. And so let's change that for this particular property so you can see what the impact is. So let's change it to purple, and then let's change it to white. And instead of a full screen slider, which this is right now, as you can see, let me close the chat down. The slider means that I can click on the arrows and I take control. Or I have control, and that's how that works. If I come back here and change it to the Ken Burns effect and these other changes here, you will see what the impact is on updating that particular property. So now that that's saved, I'm going to refresh this tour. And again, these happen in real time immediately once you make the saves. So now you'll see the Ken Burns effect is in play. The color changed to purple. And now we got that background to white. So I'm just explaining to you what that means when you're in the marketing default. So you can choose what you want those to be. So all your properties will be red, that background will be black, unless you say otherwise. And so anytime a new property gets added, that's what we're going to put into place. And again, Ken Burns full screen slider or non-full screen slider. Non-full screen slider is for smaller photos. We'll just put it into a smaller form factor for you. And then the other options are, do you want Craigslist reminder emails started, yes or no? That's something that some agents really love. Some agents don't want Craigslist. What is your default reminder to send those emails to? What's your default region? Also not critical, because now our system is actually intelligent enough to know based on the zip code what region that property should go into, but you can still place that default setting there. And then what do you want your brochure headline to be? Make sure you don't make this property specific, because it's going to be the default for every property that we build. So you want to keep it something generic. And then do you want chat turned on for all your properties? Strongly recommend this set to be yes, because it's such a great lead generator and a really fantastic tool to show your sellers how easily accessible you are for any buyer that wants to talk to you or start a conversation with you. And then what music selection do you want? Lots of different options for you to choose from there. And then do you want us to send our stats? We keep track of stats on our end. And then do you want a video to be generated automatically? And then if so, how many photos are there? And then there's one last option there. Do you want to put a Facebook pixel in to each of the properties? If you're not familiar with what a pixel is, that's for a different video. We're not going to go into the details there. So that's how you set your marketing defaults. Again, what's going to happen is every time we add a new property, or if you add it manually, we're going to look to those defaults and set them so that they show up in the tour itself, along with the music, along with Craigslist reminders, all those things that we just went over. So any questions, let us know at support@listingsmagic.com, and thanks for watching.